Hi loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, it is going to be a full face makeup tutorial on this look I created right here. I wanted to do something very chocolatey. I didn't really have much of any inspiration, but I just wanted to do one more look, you guys, using neutral tones. And I guess you could say this is kind of like a hot cocoa kind of inspired look. Like I said before, it's very chocolatey, but I didn't want it to be too smoky to where my eyes just look like raccoon eyes. So that's why I went in with a lighter lid. This can like resemble the marshmallows or like whipped cream if you like to put that in your hot chocolate. So yeah, this is kind of like an inspired look, but definitely more toned down. I did do two looks that I did not record, but I did post pictures and videos of those looks, and they're like extremely festive. So if you guys would like to see those looks, I'll actually put pictures right here so you guys can see. But if you guys want to see videos and pictures of this look, then just make sure that you follow me on TikTok, you guys. I do post a little bit more over there than what I do on YouTube, but I'm trying to like work on that. But yeah, you guys, so like I said before, this is a more toned down kind of look. It's definitely more wearable, and also it's a little bit easier to achieve. So to create the eyeshadow look, I did go in with my P. Louise Expensive Taste palette. I was super excited to get this palette, but I feel like I've only used it maybe a total of 3 times. So yeah, I just want to do better with uploading more eyeshadow looks, you guys. I'm getting back into my groove when it comes to the eyeshadow looks, so I figured this palette would be perfect to create today's look. So I didn't use any shades on the first page, but the second and third is majority of the shades that I use. And as you can see, these are beautiful brown tones, and I could truly say that they do not pull that like undertone of purple that her palettes usually do. So yeah, I definitely recommend this palette if you are more of a neutral tone girl and you just need more shades to add to your collection. And I also went ahead and used one of her love tapes, which I honestly forgot that I even had these palettes, you guys. I was actually on her app yesterday because she still has a few things on sale that I am going to get. I love her cosmetic paints, you guys, so I just wanted a few more of those shades. Have my collection of cosmetic paints right here. I absolutely love them so much, and I actually used a couple in today's video. But yeah, you guys, back to the love tapes palette. This is the Lady in Charge palette, and I didn't use any crease shades because as you can see, they can pull a little bit more purple, like they're like plum kind of shades. So I just went in with these shades right here for the lid. I went in with the lightest one all the way to the darkest one. So yes, you guys, this is a full face makeup tutorial, so we can go ahead and get right into today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video and you learned something new. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Okay, you guys, so as always, I'm going to be taking my P. Louise Roommate Base in the shade 2.5. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be using the P. Louise Expensive Taste palette. So these are the 2 shades that I'm going to be taking first. But I decided for today's video, I wanted to use a couple of her cosmetics paints. Definitely not because I needed to do this. I just wanted to use the cosmetic paints. Honestly, you guys, I just wanted to have something for the eyeshadows to stick to more and just pull more of a brown, because sometimes her shades can pull more of a purple, especially like the deeper shades. But even though this palette does a pretty good job with not turning too purple, it still has like that slight undertone. So sometimes I like to use the cosmetic paint to kind of even that out. So yeah, you guys, those were the first 2 shades that I had used, and it was just easier for me to just put the palette on the screen instead of, you know, pretty much having to hold the palette up every single time I wanted to show you guys what I was using. And then I showed it in the order that I use it as well. So when I apply those 2 shades, I did not do too much blending. I like to pack on the shade more and then go and blend later, because when you do go and blend, you are going to lose some of like the opaqueness. So yeah, I just like to do that, you guys. And as you can see, I did go in with smaller brushes at first, and then I went in with more of fluffier brushes when I was blending out the edges. So I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more, and I decided to show you guys how I cut my crease because I feel like I haven't in a long time. So yeah, I like to go in with P. Louise's cut crease carver. This is what I use in every single cut crease video that I do. So yeah, you guys, I like to just apply that. This is literally similar to like coconut oil, like raw coconut oil, and you just dip your brush in it, Just make sure it's nice and evenly coated, and you just carve out where you want your cut crease to be, and then it'll remove all of that extra product. I feel like explaining that just in case, somebody just doesn't know what this product is or what it's used for, but this is what it's used for. I really feel like this is essential when it comes to your cut creases, especially when you are going in with super light shades on the lid, like how I did in today's video. I promise you guys, if I just decided to go like straight in with concealer and not do this step, it wouldn't look as nice and vibrant as it does on my left eye. So yeah, you guys, I highly, highly, highly recommend this step. I am using my P. Louise cosmetic paint in the shade Blank Canvas to carve that out even more, and just, yeah, make sure everything is just nice and even, so that way we can have just something to stick the eyeshadows to. And it's definitely going to help with the pigment as well. And as you can see, as I'm applying it, I'm just making sure that everything is nice and crisp, and also making sure everything is nice and flat as well. You don't want too much product. You don't want it to skip or anything like that, or just look all clumpy. Then I like to take a small detail brush and just blend out the edges, because I like everything to be nice and diffused. And I just took that very first crease shade on the end, so everything is nice and blended. So yeah, I went in with the P. Louise Love Tapes palette, and I went in with those 3 shades, and I used it in the exact order that I numbered it. So yeah, you guys, if I didn't leave it on the screen long enough, then you're more than welcome to just pause it and screenshot it, or, do whatever you have to do. Honestly, I don't even know if this palette is even available for purchase, because P. Louise, they like to discontinue stuff like it ain't nobody's business. I don't know why they do that, and they discontinue literally the best stuff, but it's whatever. So yeah, I'm taking that first cosmetic paint that I used in the shade Barboo or Barbie Boo. I love this cosmetic paint, you guys. I use it for a lot, and I'm just lining my lash line, and I'm going to be setting that with just a deeper brown shade in the palette. You can pick whichever one you want. It's definitely deeper than what I put in my crease. Definitely deeper, because I just want a little bit more depth. So now moving on to the face, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and I'm just applying that all over my face. When I use this primer, that means we are going in with a more matte foundation. But honestly, you guys, I used the wrong primer with this foundation. The light reflecting foundation from NARS is definitely not a dry, like, matte formula. So yeah, usually I do not use this primer with this foundation. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. Like, I really don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, so I'm just applying that foundation all over my face. And then I like to take a fan and just sit it in front of my face for just a little bit, because I find that it adds more coverage that way, especially with foundations like this that are more on the hydrating side. You get more blend time as well. So yeah, I don't really do this with mattifying foundations for obvious reasons. It's definitely going to stick, and it's going to be a lot harder to blend out, because it's going to dry down a lot quicker than foundations like this. So yeah, I like to just do that, and I'm blending it out with my favorite foundation brush of all time. I don't use any other foundation brush in my collection. This is the Huda Beauty Face Base brush. Love it so much. So yeah, now I'm going in with my Urban Decay Quickie concealers. I did try a new shade that I had brought a long time ago. Usually I use the shade 70 NN, but I use 60 WO, which is like warm something. I forgot what that stands for. But yeah, never again. Never again. The concealer is nice. I love the concealer so much, but just definitely not this shade. I am not a huge fan of my under eyes being yellow or, just warm, orangey kind of look. I don't know why I got this shade, honestly, you guys. I thought it was going to be just more of like a lighter shade, because the 70 neutral is kind of closer. It's actually way closer to my skin tone, but I do love the shade way more than this one. So I'm just going to stick with the other shades. And I just got a backup of the 70 NN. So yeah, I'm not too upset about having this shade. But yeah, so I just did that. I blended that out with my beauty sponge, and then I went in with my brightening shade. I always use a brightening shade when it comes to my concealers, and this is in the shade 10CP, which I believe CP stands for Cool Pink. So before I go in and set my under eye area, I am going to take my Say Beauty Natural Cream Bronzer. I've been using this bronzer a lot. Not necessarily because I like the product. Like, don't get me wrong, I do. It is definitely living up to this name as far as like it being natural, because it is a little bit more on the sheer side. I feel like I have more pigmented cream bronzers in my collection, but I use it a lot, you guys, because so much product comes in this packaging. Like, yeah, a lot of product. So you definitely get your money's worth when it comes to this, but I feel like I do have to go in with another layer, or just I really have to pack it on my brush to get the kind of pigmentation that I want. So yeah, now I'm going in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and I'm just going to be setting all the places that I highlighted my face. I literally love this powder so much. This is the only loose setting powder that I use for my under eye area and just all the other places that I pretty much highlighted on my face. Yeah, nothing is replacing this powder, you guys. Absolutely nothing. The only powder that I use other than this one is the One Size one, and that's like once every blue moon when I'm just like, okay, I need to use these powders because I have them. But they're definitely not bad powders at all. Like, One Size powders are really, really nice, but they're just not Huda's. So yeah, I just use this one mainly. And yeah, I literally cannot wait until she releases her new press powders, because of course I'm going to get every single shade that I want. But yeah, so moving on, I'm going to be setting that cream bronzer with my MAC Sunstruck bronzer. And this is in the shade Rich Rosy. So yeah, like I said, I'm just putting that in all of the places where I put that cream bronzer on. And yeah, so now I'm going to be taking my P. Louise press powder in the shade Icing. This is very, very light, so I try to go in with the light hand. I find that I still look pretty yellow in my under eye area. That's like the main reason why I went in with such a light powder, to try to cancel out some of that yellowness. But yeah, I just think that I'm just never going to use this concealer ever again. Definitely nothing wrong with the concealer. I love the concealer, but it's just not really my shade preference. Then for a little bit of extra brightness and luminosity, I'm going to be taking the P. Louise Easy Bake and Snatch. This is from her first launch that like everybody hated. What it feels like everybody hated it. But yeah, I'm just taking that to just give a little bit of extra brightness. And then I'm taking the One Size translucent powder, and I'm just going to be setting the rest of my face and also carving out my contour. Today, I definitely did it a little too harsh. I will say, as time goes on, like literally by the time that like I get in my car and get to where I need to go, it has calmed down a little bit. I guess like the warmth from my skin and just being outside and stuff like that, and just allowing that setting spray to set on my skin, it definitely, that harshness goes away. But I did it like extra harsh today. So yeah, you guys, I try not to do that, but it just always ends up happening. Because I mean, look, I'm literally like baking. But yeah, anywho, moving on. So the very first shade that I used in my crease, I'm going to be taking that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to be going in with my One Size gel liner in the shade Busty Brown. I really, really like this a lot. I use it on my waterline, and I use it on my lips as well. So yeah, I'm just going to be taking that in the waterline. I've been loving a brown liner in the waterline. I just feel like it's still sexy, but it gives it just a little less of a harsh look. So yeah, I applied my lashes off of camera, and I went in with the same liner, and I lined my lips, and I decided to do a brown lip just to go with like the cocoa theme. And I like to carve out the edges of my lips with foundation and set it with powder. It just gives it a nice crisp look. And then after I did that, I went in with that cosmetic paint to just apply that all over my lips just to see how it looked. And it was nice, you guys, and honestly, I should have kept it. But in person, I feel like it was just a bit much. I don't know. But on camera, it looked really nice because it went with like the cocoa theme. But yeah, didn't like it. So I just decided to go in with my nude lip combo, which is, this is the LA Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Natural. I kept the liner the same, you guys. And then I went in with the Huda Beauty She Glitzy gloss. Love this gloss so much. And yeah, you guys, after that, I went and set my face using the One Size Powder Melt Spray. which I need like to re-up on this. I'm kind of running a little low, but this is the finished look, you guys. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video and you learned something new. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.